dreams that you had him to do you so much you could do anything?
Hello beautiful peoples, I am Alondra, and today I'll be talking about why I no longer have a dream job. I used to have a dream job. I even worked for my dream job, and now I think I'm okay. I don't want it anymore. I think dream job is just not for me. So if you want to hear more about this, please continue watching. I used to work for a tech company. Now this tech company is widely known. So many people want to work for this tech company. I was a lab test engineer. I started working there when I was 18 years old. Right out of high school, I joined this nonprofit called Year Up that helped people of color get into corporate spaces. Our motto was, close the opportunity divide, because there is a significant difference of the amount of people of color in the tech industry or in these corporate businesses than white people. I thought this was going to be a very good experience for me. I was very interested in tech. In high school, I didn't have any of the programming classes, so I taught myself how to code. I was very interested in Python and JavaScript and HTML. I mean, we've been using HTML since MySpace days. I forgot to mention that Year Up did teach a little bit of computer programming for 6 months, and then after the 6 months, we all had an internship with whatever company picked us. So just want to clarify that a little bit. So I started my internship at this tech company. After my internship, my team at this company did decide to hire me on as a contractor. Now, for those of you who don't know, a contractor or a vendor is just someone who can work at these very high-paying companies, but instead of you getting the benefits of a full-time employee, you go through a third-party vending company that will pay you your money. The catch for that is they do take a percentage of what you make to fund them. That was totally fine. What I was not comfortable with is the fact that all of my peers started out with the exact same rate, and I did not. I was paid less than everyone else. Now, we all started at the same level. We all started from the same program, used the same vending company, and I still didn't understand why I was being offered a rate lower than everyone else. Kids, please learn how to negotiate, because I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot of money. I wasn't really caring about the money because I had a side job at the time, so I knew that eventually, however much money that was being taken out of me compared to them, it was going to be made up with my other job eventually. So it didn't matter, the money. It was the principle of the situation. Once I questioned why, I was told that I should not be discussing my pay with my peers because America and money, they don't mix. Unless you're bragging about how much money you have. But actually discussing the problems that is going on within your company, no one wants to talk about that. So I wanted to know, why was I getting paid less than others? And not just a bullshit answer, but a real answer as to why. Black women are being underpaid compared to their colleagues, which sucked when coming to this realization, because I didn't think that everything was so fair, but I didn't think that right then and there, my first experience was me getting cut already. You know, like I'm thinking I'm starting out and I'm a beginner just like everybody else, and you know, entry level, and we're all getting paid the same level. But no, we had all had the same type of resume. The only thing that would make it different is if you took your time and learned something different that wasn't taught in class. So like I said, I had already had a few programming languages under my belt. That is the whole motivation for me even to go through this path. So I shouldn't have been getting paid less if we are going off of experience and all of that businesses tell you that they want. So no, it was my vending company taking more out of me than they were taking out of my peers. I tried to just move past this, but it was kind of hard because my vending company ended up telling me that if I wanted what everybody else was getting paid, then I was going to have to wait 6 months until I can ask for a promotion to get the same amount that everyone else was getting paid. Oh, hell no! That didn't sit well with me. That's literally begging for the crumbs that I was supposed to get. No. Like I said, this was my first experience into the tech industry. I'm 18, 19 years old and not 100% understanding office politics and how passive aggressive everything can be, how you can put a smile on your face and that smile could still mean fuck you. Like I didn't understand that, right? I was such a kid. I eventually ended up being at the company for 2 years with the same exact team. I'm a person who believes in as long as I work hard, I will get far, because that's what I've been made to believe. And I kind of just found that not to be 100% true. The thing is, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And did meet some really interesting, cool people, but it still was hard because I had a boss who was, constantly pressuring me, telling me that I needed to be the highest expectation, like leave from his office to come sit behind me, watch me, and correct everything that I am doing wrong. And having someone watch you constantly does not make things any better. And I thought, maybe he's watching me because I do need to improve. But over time, I recognized that it wasn't that, because the job that I was in was pretty repetitive. I did the exact same things every single day to get the exact same results every single day. Does this work? No. What's wrong with it? Can we fix it? So there was nothing new for him to correct in a way. So I found times where there was a lot of nitpicking, and I couldn't really handle that. My manager was pinging me and telling me to check my emails every 5 minutes, while one of my coworkers was able to sleep for hours every single day, whether that's as soon as she walked in or right after lunch. She was able to take a nap at her desk for hours. Meanwhile, I was not allowed to go to the bathroom at a time that wasn't during my break time because it looked like I wasn't doing my work. I couldn't sit there literally watching as someone else could go to sleep right next to me, as I was being treated like everything I was doing was wrong and lazy. And no matter how many times I've tried to have a conversation with him and tell him that that's just not how I worked, I was a person that you can just let me do my work and I will get it done to you and I will respond back to you and tell you that everything is done. But that didn't work for him. My boss was very persistent on me being available to him whenever he needed me. Now, this would even consist of me trying to establish my boundaries and tell my boss, hey, I do not respond to emails on weekends. I do not respond to emails past 4 or 5 o'clock. I do not respond to emails before 8 a.m. It still was not respected. Just because you set the boundaries does not mean that they will be respected as well. Then it became this weird moment, and he tells me sometimes you have to cover your own ass and make the other guy look like they don't know what they're doing. And when he told me that, I kind of stopped and thought, what if he's doing this to me? Some people say go to HR, but for me, I had to go through my vending company and talk to them about it and discuss my problems with that. Even they still kind of just made this thing of, well, you just have to do what your boss is wanting you to do. There was still no support to say, hey, it's okay. You don't have to have every single thing done in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Because when you're working with technology, it doesn't work that way anyways. I just wanted to do my work. I just wanted to go in, do what I needed to do, and get the money that I needed to provide for myself. There's so much more to it than just do your work and get the money you're owed. It was still just uncomfortable being in this space where it's like, I'm doing this to set an example for other young black women, and I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to be in this space around people who are just going to treat me weird and treat me like I don't belong. I couldn't take part in the very weird, dry humor that was, and kind of inappropriate humor that was a part of the workplace. I believed in professionalism. During the police brutality riots last year, my boss decided to make a joke about the riots. He went along to say something along the lines of, those rioters better not come to my town because I got a gun. And just insinuating that if rioters came to his town, he was going to shoot them. All the white members in this meeting laughed. The 2 other POC in this meeting did not. I just wanted to get my money and go. But no, if you did not take part in the weird office politics, if you did not take part in the awkward conversations and laugh, then there's something wrong with you. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go to work and, I'm at home crying about police brutality and then go into work the next day and I'm expected to laugh at a joke about shooting rioters. This wasn't for me. This was not what I wanted to do. I was having a major burnout. It physically hurt to get myself out of my bed and commute 2 to 3 hours to work and be treated like a failure every single day. Then to go home and go to sleep and do it all over again. I wasn't afforded the luxury of living with my parents at the time, so me busting my ass for this job was to provide for myself. It was to make sure that I had a home to take care of myself because I did not have a backup plan of going to my parents right after. That just wasn't a privilege for me. I'm not a type of person who, needs to chase every single bag. A couple of them I'll chase, but not every single. Sometimes I just want the bag to fall in my lap, and I know that's not gonna happen, right? But what I did know is that I was not going to be continuously trying to work my way up in a company that was still going to be placing so many barriers on me. I don't think money matters that much to me to where I am going to personally damage myself, like internally, mentally, just for the money. And it sucks because you need a job. You need to make money. You need to provide for yourself. So then it's like, what's next? What do I do? How will I pay for my rent if I can no longer be at this company? If this team does not accept me, I'll be able to eventually find a team that does not treat me terribly. Will I be able to find any kind of work where I'm not treated like I'm supposed to sacrifice my life for them? My team did eventually end up cutting my contract short without an explanation, without telling me what happened. It was kind of just you're leaving, bye, thanks for the work. And it turns out that anyone who still had their contract at the usual deadline had their contract extended because of the pandemic. So my team just decided to cut me, so I did not get extended. Once I finally started discovering my self-worth and discovering that that is not how I wanted to be treated, I do not want to be taken advantage of. I found my passion again. I found my creativity. I found my youth, my energy. I want to enjoy life. I want to experience new things, and I want to learn new things, and I want to meet new people and experience and learn new cultures and just live. And I get it. Work is to pay your bills. But I don't want work to be my entire life. I hope that this journey that I'm going on really is the right path for me. I have no idea. I plan on this channel being a fashion channel. So a few thrift flips, a few hauls, with a little bit of deep conversation because I don't know how to do small talk, guys. Eventually, I do want to get into sewing. I am not a good sewer, seamstress, as someone who sews their own clothes, because I really can't come up with the right word for it. Anyways, yes, that will be my growth of this channel, is trying to learn how to sew and make my own clothes, because it just seems fun, but just personal growth as well. And I guess this will be something different. This will be something new. I can follow my passion and do what I want to do instead of what's expected of me. I found myself really minimizing who I was just to be in the tech industry. Minimizing myself to make other people feel comfortable, I can't do anymore. Just so that other people can feel good about themselves and feel comfortable in their racism and comfortable in their microaggressions and biases. But let me know what you guys think, and if you are a person of color, if you have endured these problems as well, because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only person in a corporate workspace that dealt with the microaggressions and biases of other people. Okay, that's all I have for today. I really hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that I know that you guys appreciated this video, and then I can make more for you. All right, bye.